Welcome back. Dr. Keena Peppers is an OBGYN and a lifestyle coach helping women battling chronic illness. She joins us today to talk about her journey. And your journey really is remarkable because you served. You are a veteran.
Yes.
You served in Iraq. Talk to us about what happened when you came back.
So I did 2 tours in Iraq and I earned a Bronze Star. And I came back and basically was living a healthy life, and I was diagnosed with a brain aneurysm. And yes, and after basically recovering from my brain aneurysm, being unable to talk, had to learn how to walk again, I went on to try to tell people about my brain aneurysm. I actually did the doctor show. I returned from the doctor show, and about 3 things that I did on television to spread the word about brain aneurysm. When they aired that Friday, I developed intractable hiccups, which means that I had these hiccups I couldn't get rid of. I had nausea and vomiting, so I was hospitalized. So thank God I was hospitalized because I developed some upper and lower extremity weakness. And I had an MRI which showed that I had a lesion in my entire cervical spine. And then it was followed by severe respiratory distress where I had to be placed on a ventilator. And at that time, they didn't know if I would be able to be removed from the ventilator. However, my neurologist had a strong inkling that I had neuromyelitis optica, which is NMO.
And what is that? Because it's extremely rare.
Yes. So NMO is a very devastating, rare autoimmune illness. When I was diagnosed, there were only 5,000 people in the United States with that, and it had a life expectancy of 5 years. So once I was intubated, they didn't know if they would be able to take me off the ventilator, but my neurologist sent out labs that detected the antibody for NMO. And because of that, they started the treatments. But once they extubated me and I was taken off life support, I was found to be blind and I was also paralyzed.
Wow.
So I had extensive physical therapy, occupational therapy. I had to literally learn how to walk again. So when I went over to rehabilitation, I had to be cleaned, I had to be dressed, I had to be fed. I was basically a quadriplegic from the head down.
So all of these things that you've been through, what have you learned about yourself on this journey?
Well, you know, this journey really has been something that I feel that gave me a purpose. So God has come into my life and said, you know, initially I thought it was talking about the brain aneurysm, but so much of it has been me talking about the neuromyelitis optica and allowing women to know, even if you have a chronic illness like me and want to make lifestyle changes, learn healthy habits, and basically have a better quality of life.
Yeah, and how are you using that experience to really connect with your patients and inspire them to take better care of themselves?
Right, so, you know, I basically talk to them all the time about if they have a chronic illness, it does not mean that they have to live like that. And a lot of women lose their voice when they have a chronic illness and they become the disease. So I want to bring them out of becoming that disease. So there is actually a program that I started called All In Phenomenally, where because I feel like I have to empower women, it helps them to become them, for them to know that they don't have to live their life like that and that they can actually eat healthy, have lifestyle changes, and do so many things that can help to lift them up.
Dr. Keena Peppers, thank you so much for coming in to share your story. You have a book as well, right? Tell us quickly about the book.
So the book is called Shattered But Not Broken, A Doctor's Transformational Journey from Illness to Resilience. And you can actually pick that book up by going online and putting in Dr. Keena Not Broken. So DRKINA, not broken, life. Life.
All right. I'm so glad to see you
Thank you
thriving
so much.
and surviving.
Yes.
It was great to meet you.
Wonderful
and for more
meeting you.
information about Dr. Keena, again, check her out online and on social media.